Welcome to After Five Radio, your favorite online radio station showcasing Zimbabweans in the diaspora. I am your host, aka the hype lady, Miss ThandoAmy. You already know. Wait. Paninazi. I'm learning it today. I'm so excited, yo. So I am coming all the way to you live from Canada, people, and joining me today for the fourth time around on Tough Love Giggles right here on After Five Radio. Guys, I didn't introduce it. Dude, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to introduce you?
Listen, I'm now a resident, guys. That's all a resident. We go After Five. You guys should just give me a corner office somewhere.
No, we'll definitely give you a corner office, bro. We will definitely give you a corner office. And I am so excited the fact that you're actually here for the fourth time.
Yeah.
We're doing something. We're actually doing something. We've been productive. And I love productivity, yo. And I'm like, I see now, beginning our interview, I have no idea what to bring our listeners up to speed with who you are. They know you now. But then, since you're appealing to a new audience, I'm seeing your music. Jeez, we're gonna have to talk about that, bro. We're gonna have to.
Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
We're here for it. So, seeing that you're actually appealing to a new audience, do you mind bringing our listeners up to speed with your upbringing, a little bit about who MUSSA EFFECT is? I mean, not to talk with Sayapachi pare gavu, rekuturkey, rekuzim, kana titoita tichienda kupi.
You know what, guys? Apana. MUSSA is just this music loving creative that does anything and everything that has to do with entertainment. I consider myself an entertainer. I'm a singer, I'm a rapper, I'm an actor, I'm an entertainer, all rounder.
When you say entertainer, then what do you mean? If you're saying some category your music, because entertainment is huge, yo. Entertainment goes to acting, it appeals to poetry. Yeah.
I do it all. I'm acting, I'm singing, I'm writing, I'm modeling, my hands is in every corner. Every corner. As long as it has to do with entertainment, I have a passion for it and I love it. But just that MUSSA EFFECT, my focus mostly is the music, because
check you out.
For the soul, you know what I'm saying.
Check you out. And also where you're based right now and all that stuff.
Yes, right now I'm in Istanbul. And Istanbul is in Turkey, for those that wonder, because I've been asked a lot of times. What is that? Istanbul, where is that? Is that German? Like, yo, no, guys, I wish it was, but I'm in Turkey.
And I wish it was.
But yeah, currently in Istanbul, working on the music. I've got a couple of projects coming your way, and we just dropped something right now. The WOSHORA remix, featuring Amsterdam-based, multi-award-winning producer, by the way, and DJ. His name is ECHOTRIXX.
Okay.
He's an African brother from Tunisia, but he's doing great things in Amsterdam. He's doing great things in Amsterdam and Dubai. So yeah, just linked up and we decided, hey man, why not make the music? I mean, that's why I made sure I needed to pull it. So
I know, right? But let's start with WOSHORA the original, right? We're gonna start with WOSHORA the original. You already know your sister here. Still crazy about WOSHORA the original. What genre do you fall under, or do you actually have a specific genre that you fall under, or you're branching out? Since you don't want to be called a singer, you want to be called an entertainer. So now, considering now I've listened to two sounds, we're gonna play the music, we're gonna play both, and then we're gonna dive deeper into the latest release.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I like to experiment with my music. I like to experiment with my sound. If you noticed, if you're somebody that listens to MUSSA EFFECT, you know, Turn Me Up, it's a hip hop vibe. Kune Chinyakare, which is a fusion of hip hop and trad. Kune Ndoyenda, which is mbira, you know, it's Charakadenga, which is mbira, and live instrumentation. So I've decided, I'm not going to put myself my genres, you know, because of course everybody right now, the popping thing is pop, you know, Afro pop. Everybody's crazy about Afro pop, reggae, hip hop, particularly hip hop right now, Joe. But Inini, I consider myself
with an abid and a wait. Anyway, I'm not gonna say anything.
My genre, I decided to call it contemporary Afrofusion.
Right.
Why contemporary Afrofusion? It's modern. 1, 2. It's very art. It's not. Of course, you say music. You know, so you're gonna have to also make some stuff that people like, but that people already vibe into. But I like to make art, not just music, because I want it to be art. And for that reason, and also because I fuse genres, I'm going to make some 808. So contemporary Afrofusion, that's the genre for me.
Contemporary. All right. For those who have not listened, actually, Tizeta Shikaku listened. When did we release the song?
WOSHORA was...
No, the remix. The remix. The remix.
The remix on the 18th of this month. It's been like, what, 4 or 5 days now?
Yeah. 4 days. Okay.
Yeah. On the 18th of this month, that's when we dropped the remix.
Right. And for those who are actually tuning in, thank you so much for tuning into Tough Love Giggles with your host, aka the Hype Lady, Miss ThandoAmy. Right about now, we're actually hanging out.
The hot lady.
We're hanging out with the talented Afrofusion musician who's actually based anti-music. No. Entertainer. Based out of Turkey, but today we're actually going to be talking about his Afrofusion music. Although we kind of diverted to another genre. But before we even get into that, we're definitely going to be playing you his original Afrofusion song, WOSHORA, so you can listen to the difference between the two and the latest and tell us what you guys think down in the comments. But for now, please do enjoy WOSHORA, and then we get to come back and talk to our guest, Mr. MUSSA EFFECT. Enjoy. Yes, and don't want to go to nothing. Pull on that. Oh my gosh, bro, you know, I can never ever get enough of the song, yo. Every time I didn't that we play, you know where I play it. Mbaku is no longer there, but then of course we got Little Bit, and Little Bit is doing a good job, you know, of putting the bass out there. And so this is the original auntie, which was the Afrofusion feel that we had, right? Although the bass is the one that actually I feel personally, for me, I fell in love with the bass, which made the whole song. And then you get to listen to the instruments and stuff like that. How did you come together with this one? Because not even
you know what? I would have loved but yeah, guys, listen. That was the long story short, there was a heartbreak. There was a breaking of heartage. There was breakage of hearting that happened. And we, you know, like as we do, I just decided to take my emotions, my feelings, and put it into the music. So I connected now. There's this producer in Zimbabwe, a very talented young man, known as Tannic. But before I met up with Tannic, actually, normally I still do draft up beats or with somebody, you know, people that know, so that when I go to get an skeleton, that's what we did. And then when we then met up with Tannic and Mars, actually, we then put together the thing. In guys, if you know anything about me, but 808. We need that boom boom. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Boom, boom. Yes. Right. Yes.
So that was one of the first things we put on that song. Takesa drum line. Next thing was bass, and then like song had already been written. Right. So it was not just a matter of, you know, fine tuning the vocals, going behind the mic, and finessing the beat.
And you did a great job. Like, magnificent. Even up until now, you know, I know you've done even more. You've done Charakadenga, you've done a whole lot after that, but then I don't think they come. I love them because of the messages. Trust, Black Rose, Charakadenga, all those. I love the message. I love even the way you articulate yourself in the music. Love it. But for me, I think I've mentioned to you, and I've said it a lot of times, even on radio, to me, the bass takes me before I even get to the lyrics. Before I get to understand, oh, you need to go to hell. If I'm told because I need to go to hell, I'm like already taken by the beat, you know. So that's how I managed to fall in love with WOSHORA, and even up until now, you know. And the times that Amanda Wabi's or WOSHORA, I'm going to tell her Black Rose because this is for you, you know, because you're this beautiful Black Rose from Zimbabwe and Africa, whatever, right? And you know, I love it totally. But then now you've decided to come up with, I know you're appealing to a new audience, right? How do you think your current audience is going to accept the new, like, and not to accept really, but then to keep following or to follow the new
sound? Okay, wait. Let me just make something clear, guys. I'm not abandoning my sound. I am keeping my sound. But as an artist, you also have to grow. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You have to grow. If you listen to music from from back in the day, Jay-Z wataiterera Chitanga, and Jay-Z wataiterera Nasi, they're two completely different people. Even if you come back to Zimbabwe, my artist, some of your favorite artists, if you listen to the music they made before and the music that they're making now, there's a difference. There's growth in there. But best believe I'm not leaving my contemporary Afrofusion. We're keeping that, but because we also want to diversify. I'm in Istanbul. They don't understand this. Don't
kill me. No, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Yeah.
So I sat down and I thought about it. I said, okay, fine. I want to grow. Yes, I have this following, that I have these people that have been loyal to the sound that I've been giving them. And I also want to grab hold of this audience that I'm seeing and that are also vibing to what I'm trying to do. So I decided that's why there's the original and then there's a remix. And I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I'm going to release music for my people, the music that they know that they're used to, and then, you know, make a remix for the other people that like, say, you WOSHORA. It's got 5 remixes, fam. Kune original. It's like a whole shebang of things, because
really?
That's why I decided to go with entertainer, because I want to entertain everybody. No one on a stage somewhere where they don't understand Shona and they don't particularly appreciate the type of music we have in Zimbabwe. I need to be able to still entertain them and keep them engaged. You understand? So that's where that came from. I just decided, you know what, let's make something for everybody. Yes, I'm giving you your sound that you love. I will keep giving you your best. Don't worry, Amy, I got you, fam. I got you.
You better got me, yo.
I got you, but
and so far, have you had an opportunity to go for concerts, organize concerts, and is that what influenced your change in style or having to have remixes?
Incorporate the other sounds. Well, when I obviously when you up as a business person, first thing you have to do is market survey. Understand your market.
Absolutely.
Why you targeting with your music. So my first year, I don't want to lie to you, when I was into music, it was music that was recorded in Zim, fam. It had been recorded a year before.
Really?
Yeah. And then, so I then started also just meeting people, friends that I would make, Turkish people, Iranians, Syrians, and asking them what they thought about the music. And everybody would just be like, I love your voice, but I don't understand the music part of it. They'd all just say, I love the voice, but I don't understand the music part of it, because they're not used to that. They're not used to our rhythms, the way we do it, our delivery.
But then how about, we think about the late Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi, who never changed his sound, although there are parts where there's some of his music where, of course, he mixed a little bit of English, but he still maintained his sound. Don't you think, Kuti, music is a universal language, really? Because look at like Congo, Rumba, and they're known for Rumba, but they're still international. Look at Nigeria, they're known for their Afro beats, but they're still international. So why didn't you maintain that? Kuti, you know what? We have an example, the late Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi, right? And in as much as, of course, Turkish people may not understand, but if they can understand the late legend, why not you? Did that ever cross your mind at all? Or
yes, we put all of this in consider. Like, I don't work alone. I have a whole team of people that I work with, and that conversation came up when I brought up the idea of doing remixes.
Okay.
And then I had to remind people, and I will continue to remind people, we cannot compare the Zimbabwean music industry to the Nigerian or South African music industry. And Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi is a special, because we're still building our industry, guys. The most views an artist, the biggest artist that we have in Zimbabwe, the most views they have on their YouTube is 5 million on one song. In a world where there are billions of people, you understand? So, and if you look at the biggest artist in Nigeria, for example, 150 million views in the same space of time, You get my point? So as Zimbabwean artists, we're not at that point where we should be, thinking about, I can get there. Listen, yes, you can get there. Yes, do what you got to do. But remember that we're still building this industry. Our videos are not even comparable to some of the productions that are happening around us in Africa. You understand? Having considered that, coming back to Dr. Mtukudzi, if you go back to Dr. Mtukudzi's music, if you go online, yes, he kept his music, which is what I'm doing. I'm keeping my genre, but there were also remixes of those songs. There are EDM versions of there's an EDM version, what's that song? There's an EDM version of that. There's a drill version of Neria, of all things Neria. There's a drill version of Neria. You get my point? He kept his genres, but in his head he knew that, listen, if I'm going to appeal to the crowd, to the international market, I need to also consider these facts. There's a reason why he changed the remix. There's a reason why those things happen. Let's go to one of the biggest artists on this planet, Beyonce. Akaita song na Shakira. They did that song, Ikaita hits, right? They still went and did another version of that song and did the whole thing in Spanish. Why? They needed to kick it to the mama.
Okay.
So that's the same wavelength I'm moving on. Yes, I will continue. Don't get me twisted. I'm keeping my genre. But I will also be having my genres and then the my remixes to accommodate the international market. Because listen, guys, our music in the Sadek region is special. Not everybody understands.
I know, right? And then we have Shona, we have some people Ndebele, Swahili, Xhosa, and we have a whole lot. Like Africa is quite diverse, versatile, right? But I totally get you. But then again, like maybe because I am not musically inclined like that. So if some things, we fall in love with what we fall in love with. You understand? So when we fall in love with, say, maybe I fall in love with hip hop or whatever, or let me just give a good example. I don't like rap. I don't understand rap, right? But rap is real life issues. You understand? But then for me, it's like you're talking. I need melody. I need, I need that harmony. I need that, so that's music for me. Right.
You want to be serenaded.
That's it. Marinate left, right, and center. But then again, so I would not understand, and hence the reason why we have these interviews, so we get to understand your direction or your understanding of music, like your music right now. Kuti, this is the direction you're deciding to take because of A, B, C, D. Because some people, some of your fans may not even understand that you're loyal fans. But then again, maybe you're now appealing to a bigger fan base. Who knows, right? And we still appreciate our loyal fans because the loyal you're there to stay, right? We were there to stay, whether you change your genre or, like you said, it's a remix. Remix is we can play around with the sound. It's still the same music. I mean, we can play around with the sound, but it's still the same song. It's still the same words. It's still the same message, but we keep going, right?
Exactly.
Must not business, man. It's not tender. Those are actually joining us right now. We are joined by my brother. MUSSA EFFECT is actually based in Turkey at the moment, and he just released the remix of WOSHORA. I abused that song on radio at some point, but now guess what? We have another one to abuse. The same WOSHORA, but it's been remixed in a way, and we're going to be playing it for you so you can hear the new sound. Not even new sound, that's a remix, guys. It didn't really know new sound because this is unlike
new sound. This
is unlike my brother. I'm trying to get used to you. I'm trying to get used to this one, yo. Like I told you, Charakadenga was easy to fall in love with. Black Rose was easy to fall in love with. But I'm not saying I'm not falling in love with this one. I am digesting this one. My brother, I am digesting it.
Listen, roasted chicken.
Roasted chicken.
Nasi roastao mangwana moiso mu oven mangwana moiso makanyanyisi neoso tuma cilantro mkati zoito ngezwezo.
If anything, I really, really wanted to bug you about this because Kuti was my favorite song. So I was like, I'm gonna actually bug him about it, but then no, honestly, I love it. The fact Kuti, you're actually keeping up with the times, right? Because at the end of the day, too, like look at the likes of Anna or Marion, the likes of Anna Chris Brown, they're also stepping into the Amapiano world. Who would have thought Kuti people are gonna start Kuti from R&B to Amapiano, whatever? Everybody's trying to catch up with the times, and I'm so proud of you, Kuti. You're like, you know what? In as much as I may have a sound, I am going to keep up with the times, right? So for now, we are actually going to be playing you your song, the latest release that was actually released on July 18th. And we'll definitely come back and let you know where you can stream the song. It is actually listed the 2nd on Spotify, just so you know. It's to follow up. Don't worry. This was WOSHORA original. This is the 2nd one listed. So it is actually being listened to. So guys, this guy is now playing. He knows what he's doing. And we have a whole lot more to talk about because we have other remixes in the make. So please stay tuned and enjoy the new sound. you know what's gonna be interesting to get used to? I'll tell you right now. I was actually listening to all of it, but at first I had listened to it, but not entirely because I was like, oh my gosh, are we going Western now? Are we going Western now? Are we going Western
White
now?
boy music.
And when I tell my questions, 25 million questions in my head, yo. I'm like, we didn't hear the BV. We didn't hear the, you know, that the one that, yeah, but at the same time, it's a club mix. I love it. You can, and a club mix pulls a crowd.
Exactly.
So my question though, how the response or the outcome was gonna be really. Let's start with the outcome.
You know what? This will let you know just how I was feeling about it. I wasn't sure. Look at how long it took to release it.
So when did you start the project? When did you start it?
We started the project last year, around July. Yeah, around July. Okay, let me tell you what happened. How this whole thing happened. So in the social media, if you know me, you know
we know that.
Send the message, I did reply. So I met this guy, ECHOTRIXX on Instagram, and we were just talking, generally vibing he was vibing to my music, I was vibing to his music, and then one day it just hit me, like, wait, why not try do a song with this guy? His sound is very, very like Western and stuff, but they call it Afro house. That's what they call it. Afro house.
Yeah.
And then dude was like, yeah, bruh, definitely, let's do it. And then we did it. I sent him the vocals. He made the beat. He sent it to me. And then there was just silence. Because in my head, I was like, okay, so how will it work? How come to you so? Yeah. But then, you know what? I got to a point where I'm a big Shingai fan, Shingi. And I was listening to Shingai's music.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing. But then guess what? That's not typical Zimbabwean music that a typical Zimbabwean person living in typical Zimbabwe would typically listen to. But guess what?
Everything people typical about it, nothing.
People are vibing to it. People are vibing to it.
Exactly.
It's different, and it hits you on the heart. And that's what I did remind myself that, listen, Musa, music, one, like you were saying, it's a universal language. If it speaks to the heart, it speaks to the heart. And if it makes you jump and dance, listen, this song that beat made me dance the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
That's what I reminded myself. Like, listen, don't worry. People that will accept it will accept it. Just treat it like the first song you've ever released before. If people are going to like it, they will like it. If they don't like it, we move. That's it. So yeah. And thank God I have the team that I have to support it. They're like, listen, we'll see the vision, we see what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go, and it makes sense. Do it. And this song is actually what gave me my first gig in Turkey. Funny enough. Before it was
really?
Yeah. We sent it while it was still a demo, because I was applying to perform at a festival.
Yeah.
Sent the demo, they were like, a black guy? You make it. You're like,
I know,
you're
right?
like the Rasta black coffee, bro.
Yeah. And it's also, it kind of sounds, it's got a bit of a rave, if you ask me. Like, it's got a bit of rave in it. It's got a bit of house in it, because actually we're in the era, house. And I'm like, wow, you can actually appeal to a wider audience more than anything. And it makes sense.
It's let me tell you, it's a dominating genre in the nightlife across Europe and Asia. That's the dominating genre in clubs. Of course, yes, they're playing Afro beats. Yes, that is true. But if you want to go big in these clubs, you want to get club bookings, you want to do club appearances, this is the sound they will book you for. They will not book you to come, I'm not going to say, they won't book you to come sing Charakadenga.
Don't you want to do your own, wake, bed? Like, this is the platform. You can do what you want.
Now we don't do that here. We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that here. No, we don't.
No. But yeah, this is what they vibe to, man. So it's like, why not? And there's more of it coming. if there's somebody that's listening right now and they didn't like that song, listen, go listen to it 6 times. The same way you listen to other songs 6 times until you like them, because it's going to be more of this sound coming. Yo, best believe that.
Best believe that. Before we actually get into the last segment of the show, as we actually get to talk to our brother MUSSA EFFECT, we're gonna come back because we're kind of running out of time, but we're gonna have the last 15 minutes with our brother, getting to ask him what to look forward to, what to expect from him in the next. Apparently, we have 4 remixes that MUSSA EFFECT is scheduled to release within the next 2 months, guys. So please do stay tuned to hear more about that, as well as to hear where you can find his music, where you can stream it, and how best we can support our brother. And those were in Turkey. Guys, look out for the brother, because apparently he's starting to perform now. And gigs, it's not just going to be Turkey alone. Europe, watch out for this guy. America, watch out for this guy, and Africa as well, because guess what? He's definitely not going to neglect his own people, of course. Just
never that.
Never that. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us again. And those who are just tuning in, we are joined by the talented Afrofusion musician, always been an entertainer, and he is don't mess with me, yo. Don't mess with my brain right now. And branching out into, you know, a genre that is quite international, really broad. It's diverse. It appeals to a larger crowd. And Isusu Asthma supporting fans, we are hoping that we will actually stay with our very talented musician, because guess what? He is actually talented regardless of what genre he gets into, because it is his vocal chords, I think, that we love, as well as the message that comes from his music. And so right about now, we actually have a remix of WOSHORA that he just released with the talented producer and DJ ECHOTRIXX. Is it ECHOTRIXX?
ECHOTRIXX, yes.
ECHOTRIXX, yes. And they've actually come up with a beautiful song that they just released, which we're yet going to find out where to stream it, how to support our brother. But please do tell us about the other 4 remixes that are scheduled to be released within the next 2 months. Is it, you mentioned WOSHORA also kind of doesn't have, this is not the first remix. Are we actually doing other remixes of WOSHORA, or you mean other remixes of your other music?
Well, there's a remix, there are 2 other WOSHORA remixes
coming soon.
Okay. One is coming in a matter of days, actually.
Okay. Okay.
And then there's other remixes for other songs also.
And when are we going to hear when am I going to hear my brother's collaborations? Both my brothers. I am still waiting for this collaboration with Bloodline and MUSSA EFFECT. Please don't make me wait for so long. I am losing my patience, guys. Please.
Let me tell you the honest truth on that matter.
Why are you, because Bloodline is always on point, dude.
He did his part, you know. But it's coming.
It's coming.
No, but guys, but it's because TT guys, like allow, we move.
we need,
but
to
definitely best believe that is coming. It's ready. It's almost done. I'm going to start to finish touching channel to my, you know, spice, etc. But that's definitely coming, and a lot of other collaborations too. We're not name dropping just yet, but
we have other collaborations with Canada. I'ma just spill the tea low. Like we said, we're not name dropping, but we also have a collaboration with Canada and Turkey. So
Canada and Turkey. There's England and Turkey.
Okay.
There's another Amsterdam and Turkey. There's
tell me about it.
USA and Turkey, guys. Like I've been, you know what? People know this.
Oh, you better be
working. The boy is working, and I actually have some really good news. I can't shut my mouth. Huh?
Yes, please. We thank you. Don't put no my exclusives. Anti my exclusives are nobody but tough love giggles. Please, it's not the guy. Musuno in Naga Vogods go exclusive. She goes, is it okay if I say it? I'm like, hey, my guy, you say this is where we get all the exclusives. So come on, I'll spill it. It's the way take a sip.
Well, I actually wasn't supposed to talk about this. I was explicitly told not to talk about it, but then, hey man, you're my sister. I'm gonna tell you this. And
Let me put both my headphones on right now. And
this is let the whole world know. I've recently signed with a team here in Istanbul. It's a record label called Soundpie. We're going to be working together. The next release is actually a Soundpie production, and yeah, I'm excited about that.
Congratulations!
That's just coming together.
Hold on for this one. You know, we like that. Okay, guys, you heard it for yourself, and congratulations, my brother. I feel so excited because I managed to do this. My last 2 interviews, I couldn't do it. Now I can. And you're lucky too, because you just gave us an exclusive and we had to do that. It's like, I am so excited.
Yashin, I'm sorry. I know Yashin is watching this. I'm so sorry, bro. Like, I wasn't supposed to, but I had to. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, this sister right here has a way of letting things out of people. I'm just saying, if he didn't. So
you have it is a problem during yourself.
During myself, you meet in Ambudzigo.
But we love you. We love you for it.
No, we love you for serving us with your talent, with your music. And of course, we're going to be expecting a whole lot more other than just music, as you have mentioned, that you are an entertainer rather than just a musician. And so what should we look forward to in the next maybe 2-3 years of MUSSA EFFECT in this entertainment industry?
Hey. Guys, that question right there, in these days, you know what? We move, okay? We move. Let's move. But then I promise you, lots of good music, lots of crazy collaborations. The EP is still on its way. It's still on its way. We're fine tuning it, since and you know what? I think one day, before no go decide we upload online, because every time
production team.
You see now, and every time, like now, because we're now exploring these other sounds, I now feel like, okay, maybe let's add something to it.
Right.
Guys, listen, it's okay, but I guarantee you more fireworks, more music, collaborations, and travel. I want to come everywhere. I want to come there, shoot the videos there, everywhere, wherever you are, whoever is listening to this, I want to come there. So hit me up. If you're a promoter or whatever, hit me up.
Promoters, definitely. We'll also talk to our Canadian promoters, because it'll be nice to have a different sound come here, because we have almost the same sounds coming over and over again. Keep in mind, Gutiérrez, we also just had somebody come for the 3rd time. You know what I mean? And yet we have other musicians to explore, to introduce.
Politics, it's just the politics.
Regardless of but anyway, where can our listeners or our audience, or your audience as well, stream your music? And also, last but not least, don't forget to share your social handles on how people can get in touch with you, promoters, musicians to collaborate with, producers or whatever.
Okay, Panyema Collaborations. Guys, I'm always down to work. If you're a producer or an artist, you have a beat, you want a collaboration, just slide into my DMs, slide into my DMs. Also, when you stream on YouTube and stuff, in the description there, my booking details and community and contacts that you can hit up. Also on my Instagram, there's a contact that's there. And listen, email, DM. When I get the chance to go through them, I'll go through them and hit you back. And also, before we talk about where to find the music, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has supported me till date. You guys have done the most. That one stream that you give me, it makes a difference. it makes a difference. I appreciate it. I appreciate you for putting me on every time. You're the bomb diggity deep.
You know, now I've actually gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, right now I'm sitting with my brother. I'm not going to prepare the questions for him because, like, you know, we know what we're looking for, and we're actually talking about the present moment because, of course, we've kind of spoken about your journey before, right? We've spoken about how you started music. We've spoken about your hurdles, your struggles, and how you managed to overcome all of that. So now it's more of, okay, I'm talking to my brother and find out and catch up, you know, more than anything, because I believe that a whole lot of our listeners really already your loyal listeners, right? So it's more of, okay, let's catch up. But then, of course, for a new audience, it's more of just introduce yourself and then they'll catch up.
Exactly. They'll catch up. But yeah, man, when I sing Anzi Kusatenda Uroi, I thank everybody. And also, Manasinga Chairman of Irambere, go stream that music on your favorite platform, whichever platform you use to listen to your music. If you search MUSSA EFFECT, you will find it. Whether it's Boomplay or Apple Music or Spotify or YouTube Music, whatever platform you use to listen to music, just type MUSSA EFFECT, MUSSA EFFECT. You will catch your boy, and you can catch me on social media. Also, every social media platform you can think of, because people are always asking me, Musa, how do you keep up with all these platforms?
Yeah, how do you keep up with all these platforms?
I have dedicated times. From this hour to this hour, I'm doing social media.
Wow.
I'm doing social media, responding to messages and stuff like that. Posting my apps that you can schedule your posts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's not really a hustle, but I believe in communication, and the connection is very important to me. I believe in a community connection. If you send me a message and I don't reply it, no, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. I think
you need to stop changing your numbers or breaking your phone. But anyway.
Listen to you putting me on blast on national radio. Have you no shame?
I am gonna put you on blast so that next time when you decide to do that, you think of this, you remember this, and you're like, oh, shit. Yes.
Let me tell you the hard truth that a lot of artists, particularly in the diaspora, will not tell you. Okay. Life out here is not easy.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Life out here, for the listeners out there, life out here is not easy, right? Being here in Turkey, if I was to tell you my current living situation, you wouldn't even believe it.
Absolutely.
But I have to keep making the music. I have to keep giving the people what they need, because that is what is building my future. So I have to keep doing it. But it's not easy. Did you know? Did I tell you I was stabbed like last month? Yeah, last month. Early last month, I was stabbed.
Did you tell me that you were stabbed? Is like, no, you did not.
It's not like I was calling everybody, telling them. My mother found out through somebody else. I got stabbed in the streets and it was crazy. We went to the hospital and stuff.
Why? Was it somebody that you knew?
Robbery.
Oh God.
Robbery. They stole my phone, they stabbed me, and it was me and two other guys. We were walking home literally, and we were like 200 meters from home, literally like 200 meters from home. Got stabbed, went to the hospital, called. It was so bad that we had to call an ambulance. The knife was in me. And you know what?
Where did you get stabbed?
Just behind my knee. Just behind my knee.
So sorry.
And I didn't even realize that I was stabbed until I got into the house. When I sat down, I said, like, hey, the guys were like, Musa, there's blood coming out of your jeans. I'm checking, then the knife was still there. Then I pulled it out myself, out of sheer freaking out.
You'd lose lots of blood by taking it out.
I did lose a lot of blood. I could just count. I think I put it on Instagram at some point, but then, I got stabbed, went to the hospital, 8 stitches, police case, reported it, nothing happened. One of the guys that we were with remembered the face, and the police were like, okay, let's go to the place where you got stabbed and see if we can find this person. Maybe they're still there. They went back and he pointed at the guy like, this is the guy that stabbed him. This is the guy. Do you know what the police did? They said, okay, let's go drop you off. We will come back. And that was the end of it. That was the end of it.
And
I
the
never
other
heard
guy, what ethnicity were they? I'm sorry, but this is the
also Zimbabwean.
There you go. You understand? So anyway,
it was crazy. It was crazy. And
honestly.
But then these are the little things that, you know, I don't know why artists don't want to talk about these things. I just but these are the real matters that are happening in your artists' lives, and you don't know because they're not telling it to you. It's
Actually, we're gonna have to talk more about this. I'm sorry, I actually didn't know about that, and it is quite disturbing because at the end of the day, we need to look out for each other, you know, because we are actually our brother's keepers. And right about now, I am thinking, good, okay, how then do you walk out? Or am I not going to come back? Or the trauma behind all of that, you understand? And like you're saying, why do we not talk about these things? Because at the end of the day, our voices need to be heard. Something needs to be done, right?
Exactly.
That's the reason why the authority is there for a reason.
Yeah, it's crazy. Speaking of, I couldn't leave the house, of course, because of my injury. I had to stay home for like 2 weeks. But even after those 2 weeks, I'll think 3-4 times before I go downstairs to buy just general commodities. I'll think twice. Okay, do I really want to go downstairs? Do I really need the bread? Or I just have my leftovers from last night and I don't, and Chifunga Pakadaro, you got stabbed 200 meters from your entrance to your house. How are you going to leave the house and go to work? It took me some time until I could walk out of the house again with my heart settled. But up until now, just going about it's a whole one. Last week on Thursday, somebody broke into my house, stole my phone, Alexa, and a laptop. My phone and my friend go report to the police.
My father's always changing numbers. Me, I was justified right now. He's always changing numbers, so I was justified. But oh my gosh, I am shaken. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I am so sorry to learn about all these. And God, we need to talk. We need to talk. You know. But I am so proud of you, though, Kuti. Regardless of all of this, you still managed to focus on your calling. You know, when you still manage to focus on your calling, because at the end of the day, some of these things, they happen so they can block your destiny, or so they can slow you down to where you're supposed to be. But resilience is what we need. Just you know, persevere regardless of whatever is going on. And I am so super proud of you regardless of what happened, yo, dude. I am kind of shaken. I'm speechless. And also better with him as good budgie, yo. Double.
It's funny. I'm always telling people that, listen, whatever you go through in your life, the thing is, I believe in karma. I believe in energy.
Absolutely.
What you put out to the world comes back to you.
Absolutely.
Whatever happens to you, keep a positive mind. Make sure your head remains in the right place. Make sure your head remains in the right place. I was laughing with the guys on Rukukuza that I just started working with. It was like, dude, with everything you've been through, why are you still in Turkey? I was like, because I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm focusing on that. And he was surprised, like, you're so bubbly and you're so happy, and you know, there's no depression. I was like, there's no need for depression because there's a goal.
And think about the people who've lost their lives during Corona, dude.
And we're here, we're alive, we're breathing. That stabbing, if I could have died.
Yeah.
I could have died. That knife could have gone elsewhere on my throat or my intestine, which would be dead.
Yeah.
You know, or some serious vein. But I'm here, I'm alive. There's a reason.
And we're happy. Absolutely. And we're happy.
There's a reason for that.
But so anyway, thank you so much, MUSSA Effect, for coming through. It's always a pleasure having you here. And of course, every time. And I'm like, we're on air, guys. We are actually on air. But thank you so much. And oh my gosh, we are so ready for the WOSHORA remix, and we are ready for the other remixes coming through, and we are so ready for every other collaboration that's going to come through, and hopefully to see you here in Canada and all over the world as you tour with your music, releasing your music, and more collaborations. Thank you so much for making time out of your busy schedule, and I know it's morning right now, busy drinking coffee for this interview, but we thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support out there. Guys, follow your dreams. Do what you have to do to make it happen.
Absolutely.
You'll get
there. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Take care. And everybody who was listening and tuned in, thank you so much for tuning into After 5 Radio and for supporting our brother MUSSA EFFECT all the way. This is not going to be the last time that you hear him and get to know what he's up to. But we truly appreciate you tuning into After 5 Radio and supporting all our Zimbabweans out here in the diaspora. With that being said, please take care. God bless you. And I love you. Mwah. Bye.